Some iconic American companies are out with earnings today. Let's start with General Motors because it was the most surprising. It beat expectations by a wide margin. It did benefit from the Supreme Court decision negating tariffs. Coca-Cola also beat expectations, and UPS was better than expected as it undergoes a turnaround. Well, the Federal Reserve meets today and tomorrow, and in addition to it likely being the final meeting for Chair Jerome Powell, they're also not expected to make any change in interest rates. Fed watchers will be looking for clues about whether the officials see inflation or weakness in the job market as the bigger threat. The budget airlines are coming to the Trump administration with their hands out. A trade group for the airlines is seeking $2.5 billion to help offset the big jump in jet fuel costs since the start of the Iran war. Separately, one of the trade group's members, Spirit, is negotiating a loan of up to $500 million from the Trump administration. And Little Caesars is testing pizza drone delivery in Texas. Flytrex's Sky 2 zone can carry 8.8 pounds for up to 4 miles, and this means it can carry 2 large pizzas and sodas right to a doorstep. The first location to try this is the Little Caesars store in Wiley, Texas. Well, OpenAI and Microsoft have reached a truce. The Wall Street Journal reports the new deal offers OpenAI more freedom to partner with Microsoft's rivals, caps the amount of revenue it must share with the software giant through 2030, and removes a controversial clause in the prior agreement. Microsoft, meanwhile, will retain access to the startup's models and products. Well, here's a problem most businesses don't realize. Backup systems often fail when you need them the most. And in fact, about 74% of traditional disaster recovery systems break down after recovery because they end up restoring corrupted data. Now, a company called ShelterZoom is expanding a platform known as Spare Tire that's designed to keep operations running during outages instead of trying to recover them after the fact. And the system validates the data before it's brought back online. And Oprah Winfrey is setting up shop at Amazon. Her Harpo Entertainment has signed a comprehensive multi-year deal with the tech giant. As part of the agreement, Wondery will have exclusive distribution and advertising rights to the Oprah podcast on audio and video. Protests from Maha moms over pesticides are growing louder. Maha activists and supporters rallied outside the Supreme Court to protest the Trump administration's handling of glyphosate, the herbicide sold as Roundup. The demonstration came as justices hear argument in a high-stakes product liability case involving Bayer and Monsanto and tens of thousands of claims that that weed killer causes cancer. Well, Chevron CEO Mike Wirth warned that strain on the airline industry could intensify in the coming weeks as jet fuel supplies tighten. He told CBS that jet fuel in key regions was already at seasonally low levels before the conflict began, leaving markets vulnerable to supply shocks. Jet fuel prices have surged sharply since late February, reflecting constrained shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. And 2 offshore wind developers will give up federal leases and instead commit funds to fossil fuel projects under agreements with the Trump administration. The Interior Department says Blue Point Wind and Golden State Wind will relinquish their leases and be reimbursed for costs. The deal marks the latest step in the Trump administration's push to slow down the offshore wind industry and boost investment in fossil fuels. Spotify is partnering with Peloton to launch a fitness category with more than 1,400 classes available for users. This is Spotify's first push into wellness, and it's a deeper expansion, opening up new engagement and perhaps new ways of making money. Fitness content keeps users on the platform longer and creates opportunities to layer in subscriptions and advertising. Well, Lilly landed its third cancer deal in 3 weeks. The Indianapolis company is buying Ajax Therapeutics for $2.3 billion. Ajax's lead drug is one that treats a rare blood cancer. Lilly's been doubling down on its search for next-generation cancer treatments with its recent deal-making spree. And cravings hit hardest at 3:42 p.m. A survey of 5,000 Americans by Talker Research and EveryPlate looked at cravings across the country. They found the average person gets 2 cravings a day, with 1 in 4 experiencing cravings more often. Regardless of the time, 6 in 10 respondents can't hold on to their cravings for more than an hour, and 1 in 5 give in 15 minutes or less. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's to your health.